EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Sunshine State and TIAA Bank Field here in Jacksonville. Today, we've got a Week 13 matchup for you here between the Green Bay Packers and the Jacksonville Jaguars. The calendar has turned to December, and we're in the home stretch now as we're underway in Week 13. Fields in right around the goal line. Now a crease here as he's past the 30. He's at the 40. 20. He will take this all the way. Touchdown. So how about that? You want to talk about coming into a hostile environment and just silencing the crowd. They just did it.
Couldn't be a better start. There's no way. All week long, they've talked about having this type of a start, but I think they looked at it from the offensive team's perspective. You know, get the opening kickoff. You guys control the ball. A lot of people are now going to say, okay, now your offense, will they be out of whack? No, not at all. They're going to be absolutely happy. They're relaxed. They took care of business for them. They don't have any pressure now. They can just go play.
Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. So now the other return teams out there as they'll try to duplicate what they just saw. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll start on the ground, ETN. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. It'll go as a loss of 3 right away, and it's 2nd down.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on 1st and 2nd down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll drop this one off with ETN. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A 14-yard first down pickup for the Jaguars.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. ETN up the middle. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down. The Jaguars had 0-11 now on the year. They come in needing just to do something to stop this skid here before the season ends.
And let's face it, everyone now, they're looking to the leaders, both in the locker room and the coaching staff and, of course, ownership, because they've got to get a clear understanding about how everyone feels, because to me, you've got to focus on everyone in the locker room right now. That's what you're playing for. The future, it'll take care of itself.
And that'll be good for 8 yards to the 45. It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. They'll run with ETN. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. He lost 2, and it brings up 4th. On 4th down, on is Logan Cook to punt. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. This is brought in at the 21. That'll go as a punt of 34 yards that time. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10.
Ready.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. He'll buy some time right. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on first down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up second and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
Second down and 3. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. Quick hitter here, it's complete. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Back to throw here. And that's incomplete.
I think we'll see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. A play-action fake. They'll look to throw. That's to Mitchell out of the backfield. Good cover defensively as they get to him just beyond the 45 after the broken tackle. Now former 6th-round pick, it's Elijah Mitchell. And great blocking downfield as he's got this almost to the 35-yard line. That good for 19 and a first down.
Just about every coach we talk to says the crowd shouldn't affect us. That shouldn't be an issue. And then the next breath they talk about taking the crowd and taking them out of the game by picking up first downs and keeping them at bay. I think we just saw an example of that there, didn't we?
Important to do, especially early in the game like they have. They'll be brought down on the 30-yard line after a gain of 6.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4. He'll look to throw. It's caught. Mitchell. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 16 and a first down for the green and gold.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. So after a rare misstep on this drive, they'll try to make amends on 2nd and 15. On 2nd down, here's Mitchell. And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. 5 yards will get him back to the original line of scrimmage, but now they're looking at 3rd and 10.
He had to fight for every yard on that run, shook himself free of a tackle, and kept fighting, even with the rest of the defense closing in on him. That's the kind of effort you'll take every single time.
Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get him down 2 yards shy after a pickup of 8. 4th and 2. Looking to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Well, they're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball to their territory.
So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. On 1st down, right back to Etienne. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Now, look, that wasn't a huge gain, but those are the types of carries I think they were missing in their loss last week. They couldn't get him going on the ground.
Did you get the same feeling I did during our meetings, that they kind of regretted that he didn't touch the ball?
Absolutely.
You know, hey, he should have touched it more last week. They weren't going to make that same mistake, and they've taken care of that early.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is a defense that's certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on second down. Now Lawrence. And this is going to be incomplete.
Looks like a second empty possession to start the game, and certainly not the way you want to start when you come in off of a loss last week. Every team talks about starting fast. They're hoping on their next possession it can be a delayed fast start and get them going.
Here's Logan Cook now to punt this one away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. It'll be a 39-yard punt, no return. And they will take over 1st and 10. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports.
Here we go.
First down, here's Mitchell. And he's going to take this across midfield into Jacksonville territory. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. Another run with Mitchell. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in the shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone really run for it on short yardage. So they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
They'll look to throw now on first down. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Andre Sisco. Past the 20. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. An excellent play there, CD, on the pick six. And I think were they a nickel? Did they have an extra DB out there?
Yeah, Brandon, I think they were in standard nickel, not the Buffalo, as teams like to call it, meaning 3 safeties for big nickel. They just wanted to take away the quarterback's throwing lanes, and that's exactly what they did. They came through with a big-time pick six.
So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go around.
Yeah, and sometimes
he's got a man complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too. From the gun, a give to Mitchell. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority one.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. A shotgun handoff to Mitchell. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 53 yards now on the ground on just 7 carries.
Well, think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching. And there was another first down run right there.
So 3 plays, already 1st and goal, and they are wasting little time. They'll try to run it in, going option right. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, Packers. A great play there with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Packers have taken the lead. Point after here coming up. And he's got it. It's now a 14-7 ball game.
Makes the score Packers 14, Jaguars 7.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. Taken in at the 3. And the tackle going to be made right there at the 25-yard line. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Here's Lawrence. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll give him 8 that time, and that'll leave him with a 3rd and just a yard. From the gun, it's Lawrence. And he's got a man, Calvin Ridley. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
I don't care how many times we see it. I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. First down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Lawrence going to get this to Etienne. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and it's 2nd down.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
From just shy of midfield, Lawrence. This one complete to Christian Kirk. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And they'll throw on first down with Lawrence. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And they're going to work this down to about the 32-yard line. We've hit the 2-minute mark of the 2nd quarter, 14-7. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. On 1st and 10, it's Etienne. And he finds a little bit of room, enough for 4 yards. It'll be second down.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
From the 29, Lawrence. Open man right side is Ingram. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 17-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago, because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And he's going to go down. He's sacked back at the 24. Quiddy Pay in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward.
And looking for Kirk, but this pass is intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Eric Kendricks. And the Packers are going to get it back here just shy of the 20. And, Charles, that's now 4 interceptions over his last 3 halves of football, because, remember, he threw 3 picks last week.
Starting to wonder if maybe defenses and those coordinators have identified something on tape with what he's doing. Maybe a movement, maybe the way he's moving his shoulders. Who knows what it could be? He could have a few tells out there that they're keying in on and allowing.
And he's going to lose a yard or 2. Taken down behind the line. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Well, he was really focused downfield, but there was really no viable options. The coverage was too good.
And the defense really quickened the tempo of that play with their pass rush, because there was nowhere for him to go with the football. The only place he ended up, down on the ground.
And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. Now another timeout called for by the offense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. They go play action here on first down. Eluding the pressure right. Oh, wide open, complete. And he's going to be ridden out of bounds down inside the 25. A big play there just before halftime. 47 yards. They lulled them to sleep there, so to speak. That was all set up by the running game, wasn't it?
Another example of what all offensive coordinators tell us. When the running game's operating, it really opens up the playbook, and that's when they hit them with the play action. And you can see the defenders rushing towards the line of scrimmage, then scrambling back trying to cover. Couldn't get there in time.
Well scripted. They had the big running play, now the big passing play. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch, and it'll be second down. And with just 1 second remaining in the first half, they'll call the timeout. So with 1 second left in the half, on is the field goal unit. From the left hash, this from 34. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've come to halftime here with the visiting Packers out on top. As we now go downstate to Orlando. We'll check in with Jonathan Coachman with our VA Sports Halftime Report. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. The Jaguars with work to do. They trail here as we are back underway on EA Sports. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
On 2nd and 7, Lawrence. And this is incomplete.
Another attempt, another incompletion. And when I look at the scoreboard and where we are in this game, it comes to mind that they have to start getting the ball in the hands of their playmakers. Throw it to the guys that maybe can take a short pass and turn it into a long gain or make people miss downfield. They've got to have points. And the guys who can put the ball in the end zone, they're the ones that need to touch the ball.
On 3rd down, Lawrence. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. So coming up empty here to start the 3rd quarter. Already 2 scores down. Got to be careful.
Yeah, I did notice, though, that the captain of the defense patted the quarterback on the helmet on his way out, pretty much letting him know, we know the pressure's on us. We're going to go out there and try and hold serve for you while you figure it out over here on the sidelines.
The Cook now on to punt as he gets this one away. Fair catch called for and made at about the 32-yard line. It'll wind up just a 35-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Here's Mitchell now to kick off the drive. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. So they cite the right guard this time with a holding penalty.
And so many different assignments you can have at that position, and sometimes you might just be a step too late and have to grab and hold on.
They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They run over center with Mitchell. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. He'll drop to throw. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that brings up 3rd and a full 10 yards.
Timing is so important on a route like this because he's going to line up out right and then cut straight across the field. I think the ball might have come out a count or two too late because by the time he was able to secure it, not much of a chance to turn it upfield.
Looking middle, and that's complete. They do get 9, and it leads to 4th down.
So much about offense is what you call hidden yardage. You know, you throw the ball to someone, they catch it, and then they can make a big play. You know, they create a play, run after catch. They did a really nice job there of limiting that and keeping him from a 1st down.
Yeah, stopped him in his tracks. Going for it, it's Mitchell. And some nifty running here as he'll take this across midfield and down to the 47. A big roll of the dice on 4th and 1, but it pays off. They convert.
So did you suspect the same thing that I did, that they were lining up just to draw them off sides here?
100%.
Well, how about that? They were going for it the entire time. Never a question in his mind about going ahead and getting it, despite where they were on the field.
Yeah, I don't know if you heard it in my voice when they snapped the ball. I was like, oh, I almost wasn't ready to call the play. I just kept waiting for the timeout offensively. And able to steer clear of that first tackler as he works his way forward for about 4.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they are playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
Right back to Mitchell here. And he is close to a 1st down as he's tackled at the Jaguars' 39. Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and pick it up with Mitchell. And he'll be touched out here, but not before he does pick up the 1st. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Someone's been having a good game so far, and you know something? A lot of it's been power running. They decided to turn him loose again on 3rd down, didn't they?
They did indeed. He delivered the tough yards. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Shot, 17. Ready, set.
They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. 6 yards there on the keeper. It's 2nd down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense gets a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. Second down at 4. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Left side, that's caught by Mitchell. Nifty move. And he's going to get this down near the 25.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another 1st down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
Back to throw now on 1st down. Oh, that's into a sea of bodies, and it's intercepted. Jordan Brooks with it. And the Jaguars are going to take over once again with a football at their own 20-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3.
Let's go.
Here's Lawrence to throw. He'll get that underneath Etienne. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That was a pretty favorable situation there. What would you call that? 2nd and manageable? Smart play, too. Didn't force it downfield when he didn't have it. Just checked it down, let him get the 1st down, and that's exactly what he did.
On 1st and 10, it's Lawrence. That's caught on the left side by Kirk. And he'll go out of bounds, it appears, right at the 45. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give him a short yardage situation here for 2nd down. Now Lawrence. He's going to rifle one deep left side. Touchdown, Jaguars. A big play there. 55 yards. And the Jaguars are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. Lutz with the extra point. And it leads down to a field goal at 17-14. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. From the 6. And able to get this across the 20, but not much further as he's dropped at the 23-yard line. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. As this offense takes the field against CD, remember last drive they were moving the football, but then they threw that costly interception, so we'll see if they can right the ship here on this drive.
And doesn't that just sum up football? We see it all the time, don't we? The defense goes from losing the battle to making a huge play and stealing the momentum. So you know they're riding high right now, and they're ready to challenge this offense and that quarterback one more time.
And we'll see if the offense is up for that challenge here as things start to get more interesting here in this second half. 2nd and 1. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Jalen Phillips. What a play by him. That's going to go as a loss of 13. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we played 3 quarters. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense on third down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This will be 3rd and 15. Back to throw here. And this complete to Mitchell. And he is going to have a Packers first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this will probably get away from them.
And this defense able to plug him up there as he'll get a yard to the 35.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
Now, obviously, that's some good work there defensively, being able to stop them and bringing up a key 3rd down. But if you're on the offensive side of the ball, there's an opportunity because I know what defensive guys are thinking right now. Just stop them, get to the ball. That means they might not be sound defensively. There could be some opportunities.
And you said key 3rd down. Highlight that word. Put it in bold. Here we go. And the Jags get to him. It's down he goes. Lots of 10 as multiple defenders get to him.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, 1st down and 10. Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. Now a nice play defensively on 1st down as this is knocked away and incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
The Packers going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Lawrence. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they'll get this to the 30-yard line before crossing over out of bounds. 23 yards the pickup there.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Running out of the gun with ETN. Always got some breathing room. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. Now, the offense knew it. They were already starting to walk back as that one is accepted.
I'm ready.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Throwing now, Lawrence on 1st down. To the sideline. Wow, what a catch. Doesn't get a lot out of it, but he is able to keep the feet in bounds. So the completion good for just 3. And it's 2nd down.
Let's make this one simple. What a catch. especially the finishing part of getting his feet in bounds, toe tapping, and, of course, foot dragging.
Little tapestry, if you will.
Oh, I like it.
2nd and 7. Lawrence going to throw again. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. Touchdown! Travis Etienne, a 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Jaguars have moved out in front here in the 4th quarter. Lutz good on the extra point. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, Cook now to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And now they'll look to answer working from behind. And remember, this offense has sputtered yet to score here in the second half. They'll need to change that here. Jordan Brooks on the tackle.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
That's complete. Left side to Bateman. Room here to run. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. That one good for 26 and a first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
Up the middle, here's Mitchell. And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it. It's 2nd down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Once again, it's Mitchell. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. 104 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long.
Boy, where would these guys be without his performance on the ground? That puts him over 100 yards now for the afternoon, and I tell you, he seems to be getting stronger as the day goes along.
On the handoff, Mitchell. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
Here's a 2nd and 7. He'll dump that one off to Mitchell. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They've moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
They run the option here on 1st and 10. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. So it's Packer football here as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down to the wire. That loss of 3, a rare stumble on a promising drive. Here's 2nd and 13. He's back to throw. It's caught. Mitchell. And he's brought down inside the 20 at the 18-yard line. Nothing open downfield. They went underneath.
Yeah, see if you can get it to your running back. See if you can make someone miss in the open field.
An 8-play drive to this point. So here's play number 9 on 3rd and 7. He'll look to throw. Quick hitter here. It's complete. And the Packers are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. Well, they've had a great, impressive drive going here, and that pickup ensures the drive continues.
And not only do you continue the drive, which is demoralizing for the guys on the defense side of the ball right now, but you make your own defense happy. They're able to get a little more rest over on the sidelines while this one continues.
And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Now the Packers going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop him with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw. So no sack. He gets back to the line of scrimmage, but it'll still bring up a 4th down. Now the offense will burn their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in the game. As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And he's brought down. Can't do anything with a football. It's a sack and a turnover on downs. He couldn't get the ball away on 4th and goal. And the Jaguars are going to take possession here on the turnover on downs. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. They go down to a knee and a sigh of relief as they are into the win column for the first time this year.
Expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half of the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the Jags, it's a cause for celebration. Their first win of the year after 11 straight defeats. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Houston Texans. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, this season is beyond salvage now as they fall to 2-10. And they'll get a home date next week against the Minnesota Vikings.